Hello, my name is Matt O'Rourke, and for this interview task I'd like to talk you through how I designed a MOOC. Just to review the task, we're looking at a learning activity I designed, how I partnered with subject matter experts, and how students benefited and met their learning outcomes. The MOOC in question is Superpowers of the Ancient World. That was my idea for the title, and the academics I worked with decided the Near East was an addendum just to specify exactly what area it was. The academics I worked with were museum-based, and they wanted a course on Egyptology, which was 8 weeks long. And it was basically artifact based, so week 1 would be about chariots, for example, week 2 would be about coins. And the overall rationale was to promote the Garstown Museum, which you can see there in the background. There are no challenges with this, so it's a very long for a MOOC, 8 weeks. The learning objectives were very vague. There was no clear structure through the course, and the material was also quite sort of specific and dry to a general audience. And also, there was little in the way of a recognised award you could pay for a future learning certificate, but that wasn't necessarily helpful in your career. So to look at these challenges, I got the subject matter experts together, and we deconstructed the course. So what we did in this term was to choose an individual and to use him as a focal point throughout the course, and this built on the narrative structure. So we chose a soldier and we looked at the progress of that period through what he would have seen through his eyes. We also looked at other MOOCs and what was successful there. Language learning was very, very successful on MOOCs. The largest feature on MOOC was based on language learning, so we brought hieroglyphics into it, and also we gamified the way that hieroglyphics was learned. So there was lots of recycling vocabulary through learning games, and there were very clear learning objectives. So at the end of the course you would be able to read the hieroglyphs on the sarcophagus of the protagonist we chose. You'd also see the artifacts that were buried with him and understand the history behind them. We contextualised the course in terms of we linked it to modern day history and looked at the linkages between that, and we used a lot of constructivism, social constructivism. So we had more experienced people on the course work with less experienced people, and we had crunch points. So the progress so far is, we'd stop, what do you think will happen next? And these two groups worked together very well to try and sort of predict what would happen in the next week. Also, we included academic incentives. So anybody finishing the MOOC would have less work to do on the Masters, and would also have some financial gains. They have to pay less on the Masters course. The outcome of this was we had a retention rate of 41% on this MOOC, which doesn't sound a lot, but the average future learn retention rate across all courses was only 22%, so we almost doubled the retention rate. We also got some very good individual feedback from students. Okay, thank you very much.